Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome along to the 20th round of F1RC Season 12. This is border hopping Grand Prix, the Mexico City Grand Prix here in, Alright, so let's introduce the starting grid then. So for Rusty's have already won the constructor, so they've decided to go in McLaren, and Chris is going to go on pole position with DJ. His career best, he starts in P2, Grinjawar in P3. For Braun, he's looking to climb into second in the standings today. James Rigby isn't here, of course. Then we have Sam in P4, Crush P5 for Mercedes, Bruno in P6, and Matsky at the back in P7. Alright, we're going to do 23 laps. Is everyone ready? Lap mode. Right. Matsky's not ready. Okay, great. Ready? Okay. Well, hopefully this goes well. Alright, let's see how this goes. Alright then, as we get prepared for the Mexico City Grand Prix, 5 knots on ahead of the drivers, it's lights out on the way we go, the one for long, of course. DJ immediately pulling over to the left-hand side, trying to get right behind his teammate. Sam with a brilliant start already ahead of Ninja Warrior, and they're already onto the grass, taking to the esports line here. Sam, crucially ahead of the Braun GP, but Chris maintaining P1 for the time being. It's an electric start for the V-car. You can see the Mercedes of Crush in the background, under pressure for the Red Bull of Bruno's. In the turn one we go, Sam immediately up the inside, donning up the inside of DJ, trying to get up into P2, not going to work at this occasion. Look at Crush, trying to find along with Ninja Warrior. Cream has had a horrendous start here. He was not paying attention at all as Crush applying the pressure to the engine supplier that he is providing his team with, and Crush to the inside trying to get up into P3, then trying to overtake Sam. Is he going to work? Green with a desperate attempt trying to get back up into P3. He's done just that, going wide, but I think it has slightly worked out for him. Sam fighting along with the Braun GP. Crush having to drop back a little bit. The two Red Bulls as well, they've dropped back a bit. DJ somewhat under pressure here, but Sam a bit of oversteer with Green and Warrior fighting along, but Chris also makes a mistake. And look at this, DJ now crucially fighting along with his team, and I think DJ might be into the lead slightly. He is fought side by side with Chris, and into the stadium section we go. A 4-0 Soul turn 14. I think this is Chris running outside, and then DJ is going to be slightly behind his teammate unless he can send one to the inside. Sam's going to do that at the hairpin, and Sam up to P3. Green, oh look at Crush in the background, going slightly wide. Green still under pressure from Sam. He managed to push him off the track nearly, but crucial. I'm going to update the laps. Don't worry, I'll update him. Okay. How do I do this? Change laps. Okay, that'll fix itself eventually, but Chris is your race leader, was crucially under pressure from DJ at the start of this race, and so yeah, that wasn't ideal. Sam still fighting along with Green Ninja Warrior, and Chris is still under pressure from DJ here. Green still ahead of the V-Carb. Crush has slightly dropped back a bit, so he's going to have to try and get a move on the two Red Bulls. Looks like they don't have the pace to keep up with the fight ahead of them. So we'll see what the Red Bulls would do this race, as Sam trying to make some move here. No, never mind, that's Green trying to make a move on DJ. Bit of a switch back at the hairpin. Is DJ going to be able to defend this? Sam's trying to get involved in the mix as well as we go into turn 7. Green to the inside, having to cut the corner slightly. DJ slightly off balance on that car. Sam able to make a move as well. Crucially up into P3 goes the V-Carb. Green Ninja Warrior still in the pressure from Sam. Now look at this. These two side by side for the past lap and a half now, and Sam trying to get P2. Meanwhile, Chris is running away with this one at the front of the grid. Into the stadium section we go. It's a three-way fight for the podium. Green slightly wide compared to the V-Carb. Sam gets ahead up into P2 he goes, and DJ up the inside he goes, and he taps toward the exit of the final corner. I think that might cost him a position, and it has. Green back up to P3, at least on my screen he is. DJ still slightly behind. Chris, your race leader, out in front about 0.8 of a second. Voltaire's joined slightly late. We are on lap 3, so technically he can join, I guess. So Voltaire, just get in the car and start driving about if you're in the VC. Just get a car. Alright, DJ has now lost P3 to Green Ninja Warrior, so we'll see if he can try and fight this back with a desperate lunge to the inside. Maybe trying to be a bit tactical, a bit of oversteer at the exit of turn, or that was not turn 5, that was turn 4. Yeah. Alright, now Green Ninja Warrior are trying to apply some pressure here on the V-Carb of Sam. Green going slightly wide, he's losing time. Crucially, he can't be losing too much time because he can see his rival Chris with the championship. He is flying away with this one at the front, and he doesn't want that. Chris obviously has the chance to lead the standings today. So does Green. And DJ obviously trying to help out his own teammate, trying to fight Ninja Warrior off. Lap 4. Chris, your race leader, 1.4 seconds the difference. Sam to P2, Green in P3, DJ still in P4, and DJ obviously, like I said earlier, trying to help out Chris in terms of the championship. They don't need to care about team orders now. It's just all up to the drivers to see what they can do. 4 rounds to go, including a sprint, and there goes DJ to the inside of turn 1. Up the inside he goes. He makes that job done. Nicely done, and it's DJ back up to P3, unless Green can get a slightly better exit out of the chicane, and he's back ahead of the McLaren. These two have the same engine supplier. Green defending the inside, but not enough as DJ again loves to send it up to the inside of turn 4 and 5. But I don't think it's worked out for him. You can see Green having to do a switchback move through that little double right-hander of turn 6 and 7. Now into turn 8 we go. We can see the brawn of Green is ahead once again. Now these two, they need to maybe not start fighting a lot. Maybe they need to try and see if they can start working together, because Chris, I can't even see him in the frame anymore. He's that far ahead. There he is, entering the stadium section. DJ running outside of Green Ninja Warrior. He could go very wide there, so yeah, there's that. Oh, Sam, big mistake. I don't know what's up with him. He had some sort of mistake. It's now back to a 3-way fight for P2 then. This is the closest fight on track, of course. It has been for the past 5 laps. Nearly 3 seconds now. Chris is clear of this pack. And 3 abreast we going down the main straight. DJ to the very left-hand side. Sam in the sandwich middle. And Green, I think now he's become the sandwich meat. Alright, here we go. Into turn 1 we go with Green and DJ and Sam. Who's going to be ahead at the exit of the chicane? These 3 all fighting along for P2. I think Green's gotten a better exit of this one, and DJ as well in P3 now. Sam's dropped to P4, so he's the biggest loss in all of this. And here comes DJ again. Can he send another one to the inside? He's going to try it deeper on the brakes. He's going to do it again, DJ. But look at Sam. He's also trying to get involved as well, trying to copy DJ. What he doesn't be late on the brakes through that chicane hasn't really worked out for him, and DJ's actually become the biggest loser in all of that. Sam back up to P3. Green maintains P2 for the moment, and DJ back down to P4. Okay. I'm not the commentator on, seriously. I see why people say that my job is difficult. It is. It can be. Also, at that corner where the drivers just went through, it is very easy to flip there. So they have to be pretty cautious of not flipping at that spot. I'll change Voltaire's laps. So, let me see. Where's he at? Okay. Change to laps. I'll change it to 4 because I have to wait for Matsky and Bruin to cross the line. And there they go. Okay, so he's back up with them. Alright, we just put him a lap down. Alright, Chris at the front of the grid, looking very, very smooth, very confident, of course. Let's go on board with DJ here. Let's go. Matter of fact, let's go first person. Let's see what he does, as he is currently side by side here with the V car. But Sam is into turn 4. We go again, deep on the brakes, and maybe a bit too deep this time. Yeah, Sam having to get back ahead. Let's see if you can try and fight this one back into the double right hand. There we go. Turn 6 and 7. DJ's still slightly behind the V car, but as you can see, he has a big white car ahead of him, and slightly compromised the line. This section. The S section, the sparks flying in DJ's face. Lap 6 of 23. I wonder when the drivers will come. Maybe around lap 11 or 12 is probably when we're expecting the first round of pit stops and the only round of pit stops, so I would probably imagine. And Sam under pressure for the McLaren here. Can he try and defend this off? DJ trying to think of a move of where he can maybe overtake slightly wide to the final corner. And gap now at 3.8. Can Ninja Warrior now maybe start looking forward instead of having to look in his mirrors? Let's see what Green's pace will be like. Can he pull away from these two, or can they keep it on his tail? Into turn 1 we go, still on board with DJ here. How deep is he on the brakes? Sam gone very wide. This is going to compromise him, and yeah, DJ's able to capitalize on that. And has he though? No, it looks like he hasn't. Slightly wide through turn 3, but it's a mistake by the McLaren, and Sam somehow able to stay ahead for the moment. Turn 4 now. Again, DJ deeper on the brakes compared to the V car. He's very confident through that section of the racetrack, but he has to be making these moves if he wants to catch up to Green, if he wants to maybe chase up to Chris now and help his own teammate out. He's through the middle sector. Green on 2 wheels. You can see him out ahead. Up on 2 wheels. How much he's pushing to try and cane up to Chris. Slightly better lines taken through the S section by the McLaren compared to the V car of Sam, and into 4 or so will soon enter down the final sector. Currently, Chris does have the fastest lap, 17.6. Chris in P1, DJ around the outside. Going to switch to the inside line for the head, but I think he's going to be ahead of the V car of Sam here. No, will he? I'm not quite sure. These two still going wheel to wheel, hammer and tongue through the final sector. I think DJ's now finally ahead, which he is. Up to P3 goes DJ. Let's see, 4.3 seconds. So looks like Chris has slightly pulled away from Green this lap. Green on 19.3, Chris's previous lap in 18.7. And Sam to the inside of turn 1, trying to get a better line than he did on the previous lap. He gets a way better exit than EJ. Another big mistake through turn 3, smacks the exit of the wall, and he's lost a position to Sam now. Okay. Okay, there we go. Somewhat good enough. I'll fix it in a bit anyways. Oof. Right. DJ's still somewhat close to Sam. Maybe through the stadium section he can make another move. He's side by side with him. Sam covering the inside line. Bit deep though through the exit of the hairpin, and DJ able to capitalize on that one. He'll have the inside line for the final corner. Sam going to try and do that switchback move that Green was doing earlier. It's not going to work out for him. 2/10 behind. As we are now somewhat approaching the first round of pit stops. 4.9 seconds. Green's probably going to have to rely on Chris making a big mistake in the pit stop phase or something, or maybe even getting a 5-second penalty. Make sure to not speed in the pit lane. I'm actually going to go like towards the pit lane entry to make sure no one speeds so that they know where the marker is at. Crush down in P7, matter of fact. I don't really know what happened to him. I don't know if he pitted or not, but yeah, has he? No, he just made some sort of mistake or something. Oh no, it says he has, I think. So I guess Crush pitted and I just didn't realize. Okay, well, I don't know. By the way, you can pit at any pit box this week, and oh, Sam up on 2 wheels, trying to overtake DJ through turn 8. That was the same corner where Green went up on 2 wheels, so very risky to try and push through that corner. Green now looks like he has pulled away from the guys behind him. He has to try and look forward now to Chris and see if he can hunt him down. As Chris is now lapped Ita in the Ferrari, I think it is. Yep, there he is. 5.7. No matter how much clean air Green Ninja Warrior seems to have, it doesn't look like it's helping it out much. Chris's pace out in front just is too much for Green to handle. If it were to remain like this, Chris would lead the World Championship once again with 3 races to go, including a sprint. James would drop to P3, as Green would have 18 points. The gap out in front would increase to about 8 points, I think. Who's this? Okay, don't know who that is. Alright. Oh wow, Sam's dropped off quite a bit to DJ, matter of fact. Or he might have pitted, and I just didn't see. Yeah, Sam pitted. Okay, never mind. So Sam came in quite early. Let's see what DJ will do. Will he choose to pit? So it looks like Sam's going to try and go for an undercut here. Sam with a bold strategy. DJ staying out. No one coming into the pit lane. Sam choosing to go pretty early, as I said. Maybe that might help him out in terms of getting ahead of DJ, but he will have worse tire wear at the end compared to the McLaren. So we'll see if that strategy ends up working out for him or not. Maybe DJ slowly closing in on Ninja Warrior. We'll see. Last lap, DJ was 41 thousandths of a second quicker than LeBron. So So DJ looks like he's got pretty decent pace around Mexico. Maybe the chance to get on the podium. We'll see what it ends up as at the end of the race. Chris currently going through the middle sector, about to enter the final one. 31.5 compared to DJ and Green's 31.6 in the first sector. We'll do a CC status update while we're at it. Sam on 21, Bruno 17, Crush 17, Green 14, DJ 12, Chris on 10, Matsky on 9. Remember, the CC limit is 25, 30, 35. Chris stays out. What about Green or DJ? Do they choose to stay out? We'll see. And DJ's starting to struggle now. You can see he's going pretty wide to that corner. They both as well choose to stay out. Bruno Raptors going through the stadium section. Now the final corner. He's up to P4 because of Sam pit stop. And Bruno Raptors, he's also going to choose to stay out. There's a Ferrari on the pit lane entry. That is Ita's Ferrari. So he is decided to call it quits early. And yeah, so hang on. I'm going to do this really quickly. Alright, there we go. Good enough. Alright. I haven't seen much of Crush this race. He's down in P7. I don't know. I mean, he was running P5 earlier. I know that. But something's happened to him. And he's now dropped down to, I guess, last place. But I just didn't quite see what was going on. Here's Chris rounding the final corner. And looks like he is pulling into the pit lane. Okay, so Chris, the first one of the leaders to come in. Chris comes in cleanly. What about Greninja Warrior and DJ? What do they choose to do? Green is going to follow his rival in. What about DJ? Make sure not to speed, of course, boys. Green is in cleanly. DJ going to come in as well. DJ is also in cleanly. All right. Now we're going to see where Sam will come out in all of this. So let's see. Where's Sam at the moment? Sam coming through the final corner. This could be quite close, you know. There goes the McLaren. Chris out in front. Here is Sam on the main straight. You can see him. He might overtake Greninja Warrior, matter of fact. So this could be a double undercut. There goes Sam. And yes, Sam up to P2. But remember, he's got 3 lap worse tires compared to the guys behind him. So Greninja Warrior, sure, for the moment, he might be behind Sam. But the pace of the raw tires, pace of fresh tires is going to be significantly better compared to the 3-lap worn tires that Sam is on, and even DJ as well. Let's see what DJ's pace will be like. He has a decent gap to try and catch up. Matsky also came into the pit lane as well. He's got a decent gap to try and catch, along with Bruno, so both Red Bulls are in. Everyone is in, I guess. So there's that. DJ has got a decent gap to try and catch up, but he does have those fresher tires that he has to put to good use if he wants to finish on that podium. So let's see what Greninja Warrior will do. Let's see what DJ will do. How does Sam choose to defend this? Does he push flat out to the end of the race? Does he have the tires to push flat out to the end of the race? We shall see. Just a little bit of oversteer for Green. But it looks like he is already gaining on the V-Carb. Let's see. Compare sector times. Sam just set up new personal best for his lap. 18.7. Greninja Warrior had a 39.9, but that was his out lap. In the middle sector, 28.8. And the final sector, 18.0 compared to Sam's 29.0 and 18.2. So about 4/10 quicker alone on this lap. Green was faster than the V-Carb. And DJ, a 28.6. And at 18.1, so even quicker for DJ in terms of the middle sector. Engines downshifting. Let's see. This is what Green sees, of course, in first person, hunting down that V-Carb as the laps start to run down. Lap 14 of 23. Gap out in front, roughly about 8 seconds. Oh, Green slightly wide through there. Okay. You can see he really is pushing the to try and catch up to Sam, but he is gaining the time on him. But, let's see. Chris just set a new fastest lap, a 17.2. So it looks like at this rate he will be scoring maximum points. DJ would have set a new personal best of 18.0 if he didn't invalidate. Someone is into the pit lane. I think that might be Crushed again. Crushed. Oh, Crushed. He is in very slowly, but... Alright, Crush with a 5-second time penalty, speeding in the pit lane. Right. A CC status update, might as well do one. So Sam on 25. Sam, you have a 5-second time penalty, excessive corner cutting. Ooh. Okay, that is not good news for V-Carb. Bruno, so Sam on 25, Bruno on 23, Crush 22, Green 19, DJ on 16, Matsky 14, and Chris on 14. Oof, that's not ideal for Sam. And crucially, that could be crucial for DJ as Greninja Warrior fighting along with Sam, and Sam makes a mistake through turn 3. Greninja Warrior is now ahead, and look at this, DJ is now behind Sam in terms of on the racetrack. He can see the McLaren. Sam can see the McLaren in his rearview mirrors. DJ can see Sam straight ahead of him, and he knows now that he has a 5-second penalty. So we'll see what DJ chooses to do. Does he choose to try and push on? I mean, doesn't really need to anymore because he knows that Sam has a 5-sec. He just has to be within 5 seconds of the V-Carb, and DJ will finish on the podium for the first time in Formula 1. But we shall see. Chris is already on the main straight. He is just miles clear of everyone else. Let every lap Greninja. Oh, green, okay. Then it was going to come into the pit lane again, but I guess not. Yeah, the gap between Sam and DJ, roughly about 2 seconds. So, I think Sam's strategy of trying to pull a massive undercut hasn't really worked out for him. It did work out initially. He came out ahead of Greninja Warrior, but he wasn't able to stay ahead, and he got a 5-sec in the process. So, hasn't really worked out, and he's going even wider at turn 3. Makes the same mistake he did in the previous lap, and look at this, DJ now all over the rear end of the V-Carb. So let's see. This penalty has really managed to play with Sam's head. Not really feeling in the mood now, and he's making more mistakes. And DJ is seeing this. He wants to get past his V-Carb and into turn 6 and 7. DJ up the inside through the double right-hander, and he's got the job done. Fresher tires, better grip compared to Sam, and into the middle sector. DJ, crucially, ahead of the V-Carb now, and up into P3. So unless Sam can pull off some sort of miracle, I think this could be the result right here. Sam's going to try and fight this as best he can, with all he can. Into the stadium section we go. But I don't think Sam's going to have much of a response. With that time penalty, of course. He's gone a little wide. And that's the wall. Oh no, Sam. Even more mistakes. That might be it. Yep. She's going to have to try and solidify P4 now. Just try and finish the race. DJ's done what he's needed to do. On lap 18 of 23 now. Sam saying it's undrivable. He's not feeling the pace now on the radio. Saying it's undrivable. He doesn't have the pace to keep up anymore. Saying the car isn't physically capable of driving. I mean, he can pit again if he wanted to and serve his 5-sec. And he could probably still come in ahead of Matsky. So, I mean, we'll see what Sam chooses to do. Is he coming at the end of this lap? We shall see. If he were to come in, which like I said, he can serve his 5-sec and be on his merry way, or he can choose to serve it at the end of the race. Lap 19 now as Chris crosses the line. 4 laps remain in the Grand Prix. Well, 5 laps really, but you know. Alright, Sam, does he choose to come in? Make it a 2-stop race for himself. At least make life a little easier. Nope, he's going to choose to stay out. Alright, he's going to take the easier route, I guess. Or take the harder route, my bad. Just trying to finish the race. 13 seconds out in front, or 12 and a half seconds. Chris leads this race by, and he has had really nothing to worry about. Topped the free practice, topped qualifying, topped every single lap this race so far. Has the fastest lap. It's going to be a Grand Slam victory if it were to remain like this for Chris. And it'll be back-to-back race victories in Mexico, of course. Very close to the wall there for Bruno. As I see that. Bruno up to P5, of course. Crush still down in P7. Hasn't had a response to Matsky or to Red Bull. And this is going to be good points for Red Bull in terms of their fight. They are still fighting for a higher position in terms of the constructors. Last season they finished 3rd. They currently sit 4th behind Ferrari and Mercedes. Ferrari not scoring any points today. Mercedes only scoring 6 points. And Red Bull will be scoring, looks like, 18 points. So this will be a good day for Red Bull. Although it's not probably a result that they would have wanted. They would have wanted a little bit more. Points are points for the Milton Keynes team. We're now on lap 20. Let's see. Matsky, you're so buns, mate. Like, it's just... Alright, my bad, bro. That was a little rude. My bad. Did Crush come in again? No. Okay. I just thought he did. Alright, never mind. Okay. Well, let's see. DJ continuing to push on. I think he maybe thought about trying to push and see if he could catch Green Ninja Warrior, but I don't think that's gonna happen now, as Green is quite a ways clear of the McLaren. I mean, miles down the road. A good 7 seconds. To try and gain 7 seconds in 2 laps is a big ask for DJ. But, you know, I don't know, anything could happen. Maybe the freaking Green could spin or something and he could crash out, smack a wall. He could maybe flip. You never know. But, we shall see. Have I just jinxed it? Let's see what Green Ninja Warrior will do. Will he flip with a couple laps left in this race? We're at the corner now where it is very easy to flip. We're on turn 8 or approaching turn 8. Let's see. Green Ninja Warrior, does he flip it at this corner? No, not even close. Okay. Alright, well. There's that. DJ as well, going on smoothly. As we're now approaching, or now started the penultimate lap of the race. Chris still the leader. Has the fastest lap at 17.2. Nearly, again, a second quicker than Green's fastest lap of an 18.1. Just shows the raw pace that Chris has had this weekend. Has had nothing to worry about. James Rigby not being here is a big factor in terms of the championship. He will drop down to 3rd at the end of this race. With 3 rounds to go. We've got Qatar. We've got Brazil. We've got... Hang on. Do we have... No, we don't have Qatar. We already did Qatar. My bad. We've got Brazil. We've got Vegas and Abu Dhabi left in the season. CC status update. Sam, you have a drive-through penalty, excessive corner cutting, but you don't really have to serve it. You'll just get a 10 sec, so it doesn't matter. So in total, it'll just be 15 seconds of penalties. So, Sam, 10 sec. Bruno, you have a 5-sec excessive corner cutting. And Crush is 1 away from getting a penalty, but you know, it won't really matter at the end. But we're now on the final lap of this Grand Prix. Chris is currently your race leader, and he has led every single lap of the Mexico City Grand Prix. Last season, he was fighting along with the likes of Green, with the likes of Oiskry and Mellon and James for this. I know it was Green and Oiskry, and I swear there was one more. I don't remember if it was Mellon. I think it might have been Mellon that day. But it was a 4-way fight for the win last season here in Mexico. This season, it's been a no fight whatsoever for Chris. 17.2 seconds ahead of his nearest rival for the championship. And this has been a good day in the office for Rusty's. Already having won the Constructors last week in Qatar that I completely forgot to mention. Rusty's its first Constructors Championship and only their 2nd season in Formula 1. So congratulations to them. Of course, originally brought in as a meme team, they've now become a real threat and a real deal with 2 very, very talented drivers. As Chris now entering the final sector in the 4-0. So if there were fireworks, they'd be gone off now, but he will be standing on that podium for the 2nd time. Back-to-back victories here in Mexico is going to be for Chris as he comes around the final corner. Chris boy, he leads the World Championship. He wins the Mexico City Grand Prix. Green Ninja Warrior will have to settle for P2 in 2nd place for Bronze GP once again. And DJ, where is he in all of this? He's coming around. Immediately for Twisted Update. Alright, doesn't even want to do the podium. Alright, well, Chris is out of here. Okay. And, there will be DJ coming around that final corner. It's going to be a first ever podium for this man. Congratulations, DJ. He is on the podium. P3 for him. Oof. Alright, and that is that. So, Chris is gone. He's going to go play the update. So, okay. Alright. Green complaining. Sam will finish P4 on the road with a 15-second time penalty. Let's see where Bruno... Oh, no, Bruno has a 5-second himself. So Bruno crossed the line soon. Don't know where he's at. Oh, he's already crossed it. His lap didn't count. Okay, well. Oh, no, never mind. It just glitched. Okay. Alright. And Matsky P6 with Crushed in P7. And that is the Grand Prix.